Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. On deck today is going to be a body armor test using some ammunition that I just acquired, and I'm very curious to see how this is going to perform. So in the past we did the 9mm Underwood Extreme Defenders against our Battle Steel Polyethylene Level 3A panel from Botash Tactical, and also the AR500 Hybrid Soft Armor, obviously from AR500. We had some interesting results. Basically, this Botash Battle Steel panel seems to be pretty impervious to handgun rounds, but I want to see what we have today, maybe if that doesn't give this a run for its money. I assume we're going to get through the hybrid. We're just going to see what barrel lengths, if we get some improved performance, but I'm really curious to see if we're going to be able to get through this Battle Steel plate. So the rounds we have today is the G9 Defense 9mm plus P 77 grain first responder. I believe this is a law enforcement type round only, or at least you have to show some credentials at most places to get it. So there is that aspect of it, but it has some design characteristics on it that make it fairly interesting. I'll give you a close-up of that profile if you can see that. And I have a feeling this is going to do really well against body armor. It's a solid copper projectile, again weighs 77 grains. It's rated at 1550 feet per second, I believe. Yeah, 1550. I did some chronograph tests. I actually came in under that, but honestly it's not really what we're looking for here. In this case, I just want to see, does this round have increased penetration in body armor over the Extreme Defender. Even though the Extreme Defender is rated at higher velocity, we'll see if this projectile design yields different results. Additionally, we have our 5.7, the PSA Rock with threaded barrel. So I'm not sure the barrel length on it. You guys can go look it up online. I think it's around 5 inches or so. But what we have is the Spear Gold Dot personal protection, and we have a couple green tip Fiocchi, the lead-free hollow points, or not Fiocchi, FN. FN. I got confused there because Fiocchi actually loads all this ammo for FN here in the States. So interesting that I'm not sure about AAC currently. I'd be interested to find out about that since it's just started coming out. But I know that the Spear product, the normal FN products, and the Federal American Eagle, all are loaded by Fiocchi. So they tend to be a little underwhelming in their performance. So let's see if our 5.7 can give us similar results or improved performance over our 9mm loadings that are generally readily available, or in some cases are available, even maybe not readily. And let's see if this Botash Level 3A, this is a full polyethylene panel. Let's see how this holds up to these unusual threats. And this is going to be our setup. We're just going to place our body armor in front of our 1-gallon water jugs. This is both to give some backing to the body armor, but also in the case of penetration, we can see the after effects. And if everything passes through our 3 water jugs, we have our catch box. We're going to start off with AR500 hybrid armor. And first up will be our G26 with the G9 Defense 77 grain first responder. And in our last test, we were able to stop the Extreme Defender 65 grain plus P from Underwood with, I believe it was a G19 or G17 length barrel. We were able to get through it with an MP5 length barrel, but our typical service barrel lengths were able to stop in this. So if our G26 with this projectile can make it through this, there's no reason to scale up. We can go ahead and conclude that this has increased penetration in body armor, and then we'll go ahead and hit the Botash. So we'll do the 9mm first, so let's see how it shakes out. Let's see what we get. And I can already see that looks bad for the body armor. Let's check that out. And here's our hit, and it went right through. No issue going through whatsoever. In fact, it even had less tearing than our Extreme Defender did that from the MP5 that it penetrated. And it passed through all 3 of the water jugs, and it's lying right there in the catch box. So a little bit of deformation, it blunted, but not as much as we see or saw with the Extreme Defender. So kind of what I was expecting. There's some design characteristics in this that this is definitely going to have some increased penetration on body armor. Let's go ahead and try this on the Botash all polyethylene panel. because that defeated everything last time. I haven't found any handgun threat that can get through that yet, so let's see if this can do it. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the MP5. This is roughly a 9-inch barrel. If this gets through it, then we'll drop down to the G26. If this doesn't go through it, then there's no point in shooting the shorter barrels. All right, let's see what happens. I'm not sure on that. That might be back face deformation. Let's check it out. All right, and there it is, completely mashed, flattened out. So even from the MP5, this little round still looks like it made it about halfway actually. So this Botash Battle Steel all polyethylene level 3, just 3A, just continues to impress. I don't think there's a handgun threat out there. Oh, I guess we're gonna find out. Let's find out if that 5.7, that little lead-free projectile, can get through this. First, we'll try it out on the hybrid body armor, but yeah, I'm thinking this is probably gonna stop everything we have. So this will be our 5.7 on the AR500 hybrid. We're gonna start off with the Spear Gold Dot. Let's give that a I think I can see now that it did stop it. But let's go ahead and get a closer look. Yeah, and I can feel our Spear Gold Dot in there, and it did stop it. So no need to shoot the Botash, because we already know if it couldn't get through this, there's no chance it'll get through the Botash. However, let's try that little green tip lead-free hollow point loaded by FN. I believe it has an aluminum core, so maybe? Let's check that out. This will be the green tip from FN 5.7. Not sure. Let's take a look. And I feel projectiles, row 5.7. Yeah, they're both right here. And yep, that one's caught by the body armor. You can see back face deformation and nothing in our jug. So 5.7. Well, let's take this back to the tailgate and let's wrap this up. Well, kind of surprising results. Maybe not. I kind of expected this G9 to do well. Like I said, there's some design characteristics in this projectile that definitely enhances penetration in soft body armor, and it clearly did not disappoint. There was no point in even going to the longer barrel lengths with regards to our hybrid armor, because our G26 easily penetrated. So that's very impressive. On the other side, our Botash Battle Steel Level 3A flexible panel. This is all polyethylene. This thing continues to impress. Again, I haven't found a what you would consider to be a handgun loading that can penetrate this. So pretty much the vast majority of threats that you would ever face, including some of these what I would consider a rare threat, it's still offering protection. It wouldn't surprise me if this even would offer some protection from rifle rounds after passing through certain barriers, like maybe through both sides of a car or a windshield or something like that. This might actually provide some protection even at that level. So very impressive stuff. If you're looking for an affordable panel to put in a plate carrier, but you don't want hard plates, you want something that is going to flex a little bit with you and ultimately be kind of thin, especially if you're sitting in vehicles for a long period of time, or you just want to keep the weight down, definitely something to look into. This is some impressive stuff. So this stuff continues to impress. Our 5.7. You know, I think as long as Fiocchi is loading these loadings and keeping the velocity down like they do, I just don't see, I don't know, I don't see the 5.7 reaching its potential in the commercial market, if you would. It almost kind of makes you wonder when we can find loadings, in the case of here, we even Extreme Defender, out of a G17-ish barrel length we can penetrate. It almost kind of makes you wonder, other than the light recoil and maybe the higher capacity. I don't know. I have a hard time understanding from a ballistic point of view, you know, how the 5.7 has any real advantage in most scenarios. Maybe it is definitely extremely light recoiling, so there is that, and you can put like a 22 suppressor on it and really tone down the muzzle blast. So possibly for new shooters, recoil sensitive shooters, but if the original intent is to basically get through soft body armor, we have 9mm loadings commercially available that seem to do a better job. So I don't know, guys. You let me know what you guys think about all this. Tell me down in the comments, how do you feel about the 5.7, and does it really offer anything over a 9mm? In this test, it does not appear that it did from a ballistic point of view. So there you go, guys. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out. Share the video, and as always, comment down below and let me know what you guys think. But please keep those comments professional, and I'll see you guys next time.